How we doing, everybody, and welcome back to the Catalyst, where we break down all things bullish in the crypto markets. Today we had quite a rough day in the market. Not super bullish, in some ways, down about 4%, I believe, in total market cap. So the whole market took quite the slide, but with that, the bullish aspect of it is the fact that we're still in a bull run, and this is a nice pullback, a big healthy one for us to reaccumulate. So what we're seeing here is obviously we got a little invalidated on our cup and handle that I was calling for previously. It could still potentially rip out of that. We'll have to see, but we started to really roll over here. So what we're seeing is the same thing on the RSI, but now the RSI is quite low, so we could be in line. We have a lot of room to grow now. So what we want to see is kind of getting back into and above this resistance at 174, which I think is very possible. Without that, though, we could start to slide to some lower fib levels, maybe $1.45, $1.50 even is possible. You see, though, we wicked out down to 155, and it got gobbled up pretty quick there. So we're doing another red candle at the moment, but I think with all of the kind of information coming out today, between the Elon Musk tech stock, Tesla sell-off, the whole tech industry took a pullback. It was pretty overextended. On top of that, the issues with China and their real estate and all that stuff, and then on top of that, we have inflation rates are higher than they've ever been in the last 30 years. So all of that kind of came to fruition the last couple of days, which led to a big sell-off across the whole crypto market and basically all industries. I think most of the stock market was down today as well. So just keep that stuff in mind. Also, we need to create some breathing room, right? We can't just go up forever, and we can't go up indefinitely. We need to create some space to continue running here and take some breaths. So that's what this is right now. If anything, this is an amazing entry point. Again, if you start to see us find some support along some of these previous resistance lines that we see here, so this ascending wedge that we had previously, we could potentially find some support off that. We also could find some support hopefully on our 55 and then bounce back up over our 20. So you see right now we have some resistance on the 20. We would like to flip that back into support to continue to be very bullish. Fortunately, we do have quite a bit of room on the RSI as a way to grow. As always with MATIC, I like to check out Ethereum. So let's take a look here. Honestly, Ethereum is looking pretty damn good. It also almost exactly hit the measured point I pointed out the last couple of videos for this head and shoulder pattern. We then were able to go within $20 worth of value in comparison to where that projection was. So with that being said, we are still in this wedge here, and we're still finding a shit ton of support along this trend line here. So look for us to just kind of continue to find support there. So with that being said, these next couple candles could get us as low as 44.5 maybe. But then we should see a nice bounce back off of that. You see we are a bit more extended on the RSI here for Ethereum than we are for MATIC. Obviously, Ethereum is going to be a little less volatile, so that's kind of expected. But we are just laddering right up. And eventually, this is going to come into some sort of confluence with a resistance line, whether it is this one here at the 48 mark, that we have from our head and shoulders pattern, or some other line from some other ascending wedge or something like that. There is always going to be a way for us to kind of break out of that, but it seems like a lot of it, you could potentially make a line here like this, right? So as soon as we start to break that, that is when we go potentially parabolic and we start ripping up into these next levels. At the very least, still look for that cup and handle pattern to validate hitting us at approximately $6,300. And as always with MATIC, when those things happen, MATIC will continue to rip up as well. So as we see pullbacks in the markets, altcoins are going to take a more serious pullback, but also when we see run-ups, they will continue to run up with a higher rate of return. So just know that when you're in the altcoins, obviously they're going to be a little more volatile. So I think MATIC is still fine. We're still finding some support, and I think we're still good as long as the rest of the market recovers from this. I think MATIC will as well. We've seen how quickly it can run up, so I think it's very, very possible that that will kind of continue, and we'll just see where the rest of the market goes. Keep an eye on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Use those as guidance, because after those take a big run up and start to pull back a bit, the altcoins will get some juice and then follow suit. So I wouldn't be shocked if MATIC is back in the $2 range in the not so distant future. So keep an eye on that. If we do slip out of these levels, I would wait for the RSI to be lower, similar to how it was down here, right? We had higher lows, and then you can buy in on those dips there as well. So those are kind of predictive guidance for you. So this shows we have some room to grow. So the RSI previously, the last time it was at this level, was here, and from there we were able to rip up approximately 80%. So not saying that's necessarily going to happen. The structure is a bit different, but if we were to go up 80% from the current position, that would put us somewhere in this range, so just about $3. That's possible. That's actually where the cup and handle pattern is putting us to, and that's where the previous all-time high is. So that means we have room to grow back up to the all-time high. So it's still very possible, and the whole market just needed a bit of cooling off. So just keep that stuff in mind. Otherwise, we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.